Rachel! It's been way too long, huh? I think it's been about 5 years, give or take. But hey, your fiancé is back in your DMs. Come on, don't leave me on read. You're not still mad, are ya? It's me, Jake, the one and only, your long-lost future husband. Still nothing? Wow. Well, I guess you always did play hard to get. Fine. Maybe you're just speechless. I mean, who wouldn't be? I mean, your fiancé suddenly showed up out of nowhere and struck up a conversation. Feels like fate, right? Just gonna toss a heart in there, remind you how much I care. You always loved when I did that. Don't pretend otherwise. Anyway, I'll text you again tomorrow. Let it all sink in. But really, Rachel, ignoring the man you're supposed to marry, that's cold. Let's not make this harder than it has to be, babe. Rachel, come on, it's been a whole day. You're seriously not gonna respond? I even went out of my way to get a new phone and a new number in order to talk to you. For some reason, my texts stopped going through after a while. Weird, huh? Must have been a glitch. But I'm here now, messaging you directly. So what's the holdup? I mean, we were engaged, weren't we? That sort of bond doesn't just disappear overnight. I even added a heart emoji to my text. Did you see that? I thought, that would show you how serious I am about getting back together with you. So, whenever you see the heart emoji, if you could send one back, that'd make me super happy.
What the hell is this, Jake? You want me to send you a heart emoji? You've got some nerve showing up with emojis and delusions like it's still 2018. I don't know which emotion is stronger right now, disgust or cringe.
So you did see it! Great! Look, I'm just trying to reconnect. We've got history, Rachel. History like ours stands the test of time. It wouldn't matter if it were 5 weeks, 5 years, or 5 centuries since we've spoken. Our bond just doesn't go away.
Yes, Jake, it does go away when I tell you to never speak to me again and block you, which I did 5 years ago, intentionally.
Wait, hold on. You blocked me? That's why I couldn't reach you all this time? You blocked your own fiancé. Are you serious?
Dead serious. And you keep saying fiancé like that title hasn't expired? Because it expired the moment you walked out. Keep texting and I'll give your new account the same farewell package. Block, delete, forget. Goodbye.
Hey, Rachel, it's me, your beloved fiancé, Jake. You wouldn't believe what I had to go through to message you this time. After I went to the trouble of getting a brand new phone the other day, I had to go out and do the same thing again. You keep blocking me like I'm spam mail, but I'm persistent. You know that about me. Besides, that's what a real fiancé does. He fights for his woman.
For the love of God, Jake, you keep using the word fiancé like it means something in 2025. Let me make this simple. You're my ex, not my soulmate, not a tragic love story. You're just a tired mistake with too much free time and a complete inability to know when to quit.
Ouch, that's cold. Look, I didn't come here to fight. I came here because, something came up.
Of course it did. Let me guess. You saw a headline, misunderstood it, and decided I owe you another round of attention.
You know that friend of mine, the one who works for that logistics firm? Turns out they've got a contract with your grandfather's company. Anyway, he told me your grandfather passed away recently. Real shame. But apparently, he left you a massive inheritance. Like, we're talking $1 million straight up. That's FU money.
Wow, so you caught a whiff of money and immediately transformed into a sentimental grave robber. How utterly touching.
Come on, don't be like that. It's not about the money. Well, okay, it's a little about the money, but it's also about the timing. I mean, think about it. You're single, I'm single, and now you're a millionaire. It's like the universe is finally aligning.
Except in this universal alignment, it actually signals the apocalypse for my migraine.
You know what I think? I think it sounds like fate finally doing us a favor. I made a mistake years ago, sure, but this feels like a second chance. Like the universe is saying, Jake, it's time to get your girl back. And hey, now your girl's got $1 million. That makes it even better.
Wow, Jake, I have always dreamed of being wooed by a man who only became interested in me after learning I came into money. Don't think I forgot about the way you broke up with me 5 years ago.
Look, before you get all judgmental, I think we should just put the past on the table. Be adults about it, okay? I know you still wonder why I ended things back then. And honestly, it wasn't because I didn't care about you. I did, but there were factors.
Yeah, factors like me being poor.
It's not just that. You were raised by a single mom. Your dad passed when you were a kid. I mean, that's rough, I get it. But let's be real, Rachel. You came from a modest background, and I was just starting out in a competitive company where appearances mattered. At the time, it felt like marrying someone with no connections, no name recognition, no money. It would hold me back.
So, like I said, you dumped me for being poor. Go ahead, Jake, just say it out loud and proud. You thought a girl without a trust fund wasn't good enough for your ambitions.
I wouldn't put it quite like that.
No, of course you wouldn't. Because saying it like that would force you to admit you proposed to me for optics, then dropped me like a bad stock the moment a better investment came along. And boy, did you pick one hell of an investment for yourself, the CEO's daughter.
Okay, that's not entirely fair. She and I had a connection, a real, deep, emotional connection.
Oh, I'm sure you did. And I'm sure that connection shattered the minute she found out you were stringing me along at the same time. It must have been awkward to get a double slap in the middle of the office and then dumped in front of half the company. Followed, of course, by her daddy calling you into his office and firing you on the spot.
You really memorized the whole incident like a script, huh?
No, Jake, I just have a great memory for trash I took out myself.
Okay, you've made your point, but that's not what this is about. I didn't come back to dig up the past. I came back because I thought we might still have a future, especially now that you've got potential.
The biggest potential in my immediate future is the potential to report you to the police for harassment.
Whoa, baby, calm down for a second. I've got a big announcement to make. I quit my job. It felt great, too. Handed in my resignation yesterday. No regrets.
Okay, and?
Aren't you gonna ask why?
Bold of you to assume I care, but sure. Why?
To propose to you, obviously. I mean, once I found out you were the granddaughter of a wealthy CEO, and possibly even running the company yourself, it just made sense. You're in a different league now, Rachel. You're like a completely new woman. It hit me like lightning. This is fate. So I cleared the decks. I don't need no job to tie me down. I want absolutely no distractions. Just you, me, and happily ever after.
Let me get this straight. You quit your only source of income? Because you think I'm going to bankroll your comeback into my life?
No, it's not like that.
Then what the hell is it like, Jake? Connect the dots for me. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Actually, you probably couldn't even do that. Okay, explain it to me like I'm just as much of an idiot as you.
I just figured, you've got $1 million in the bank, right? That, plus you've got some cushy executive job in that company, too. And that all means that there isn't really any need for me to work anymore. We could just, start our life together.
You honestly believe $1 million is enough for 2 people to live on indefinitely? Because that's not how basic math works.
Wait, what? $1 million isn't enough?
No, the average lifetime earnings for a person in the US are about 2.7 million. That's per person, Jake. A million might feel big when you say it fast, but it doesn't stretch over a lifetime. Not even close.
Wow, that's not what I heard. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe it's a little tight, but still, you're probably making six figures as an executive, so we're good, right? Between your inheritance and your income, I'm pretty sure we're set.
You're not listening, you're guessing. And also, I'm not filling out marriage paperwork, so stop asking where I live.
Why not? I already got the forms. I'll come over and...
It's irrelevant. I'm already married. Happily married, actually.
Wait just a second. Married? You're telling me you've been married this whole time? That doesn't add up. When would that have even happened?
It happened 2 years ago. We had a small ceremony. It was nothing flashy. We invited our family, close friends, only the people who actually mattered. Please note that doesn't include you.
2 years ago? No way, I don't buy that. You're just saying that to push me away. If you'd really gotten married, I would have heard about it somehow. Somebody would have mentioned it to me. That sort of thing just doesn't stay hidden for 2 years.
Why would anyone mention it to you? You're not part of my life anymore, Jake. You haven't been for years. You weren't invited, informed, or relevant.
You know what I think? I think you married someone for the wrong reasons. You probably felt pressure or wanted to prove something. But come on, you know just as well as I do that it's not real. You and me, we had something deeper. The kind of connection that they make movies about.
You're confusing depth with dysfunction. What we had was a messy chapter I am glad to have closed. What I have now is quiet, kind, and stable, something you clearly don't recognize. Which is likely because it doesn't come with a grand entrance and a bad financial decision.
All right, fine. Maybe things didn't end perfectly before, but that doesn't mean they can't start over now. People get divorced all the time. Till death do us part is more of a guideline than a rule. You don't have to stay with him just because you said I do. We could still have a future. And hey, this time we'd actually have the money to make it work.
I have to say, I am really grateful that you're being so upfront and honest about the real reason you're here. Not for me, not for some grand reconciliation, but for the fantasy you've built in your head about love and bank accounts. You don't want me. You want the amount of money that you think I have in the bank.
I'm just saying that I think we owe it to ourselves to give it another shot. To give us another shot.
No, Jake, what I owe myself is peace, and I intend to keep it.
You're really going to just shut the door like that?
I didn't just shut it. I locked it, bricked over the entrance, and planted a garden in its place. And now I'm done answering the door. Goodbye, Jake. I'm blocking you again.
Come on, Rachel. I don't know where I'm going to get the money to get a new phone this time. Rachel, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously, how many times are you going to ignore me? Just stop pretending like this isn't real.
Oh, God, no, not you again.
You know what I think? I think you're scared. Not of me, of yourself. It's been 5 years. You probably think I'll see the wrinkles, the little crow's feet, and you won't measure up. But Rachel, we're both pushing 40. Aging is natural. I'm not expecting the 20-something version of you. But I don't care about that. To me, you'll always be the woman I loved. And now that you've got money and power, I love you even more.
I don't know whether to be offended by the objectification or embarrassed for how proud you sound saying it. Either way, stop calling me that. I'm not some fantasy character from your midlife crisis.
Look, it's not complicated. I love you. You love me. Let's get married. We can do it today. Think about it. No more jobs, no more stress. Just us, together with all the luxury your money can buy.
You're still not hearing me. I am married.
Then you can always get divorced. If it's not real love, then what's the point of staying anyway? I can be the one who shows you what true love really is.
You're the one showing me what a psychopath really is. I'm getting tired of this. So do me a favor. Go to my company's homepage.
What for?
Just do it. Open the company website and take a look at who's listed as the new CEO.
What is this, a test? All right, fine. I'm looking. Marcus McDaniel?
That's right. And you know what my last name is right now? McDaniel.
Oh, so he's like a cousin or something?
No, Jake, not a cousin, not a distant relative. He's my husband, the actual CEO of my grandfather's company.
Then what's this I heard about you being an executive? I thought you were the one running things.
Nope, it's not me. I work in an entirely different field. I have nothing to do with the company. Marcus is the one who runs the company.
But even if that's true, I still think your marriage isn't built to last. I mean, maybe it's one of those things you did out of pressure. It doesn't have to be forever.
We met, we fell in love, we got married. That's all there is to it. No pressure, no settling, just a real relationship built on real things, which is more than I can say for you.
All right, fine, but what about the inheritance? I heard it was $1 million. That's not nothing. That could have changed everything.
It wasn't $1 million.
What? Then how much was it?
Why would I tell you? Where did you even get that number from?
I don't know. It was just what people were saying on the internet. I figured, it made sense.
God, how dumb can you be, Jake? You quit your job based on a rumor you heard on social media?
Look, can you stop insulting me for a second? I already quit my job. That's over and done with. What am I supposed to do now?
You're going to need to start job hunting, like every other adult who makes stupid decisions and has to live with it.
You say that so casually, like this isn't a huge deal. I gave up everything thinking I'd be starting a new chapter.
You gave up everything based on nothing. That's on you. Let's not forget your last job was a lucky break after you got blacklisted for humiliating the CEO's daughter. That company was the only one that took you in, and you walked away from it for a fantasy.
I didn't think... I thought...
No, Jake, you're incapable of thinking. You hoped, and then you acted like your hope was fact. Now you're worse off than when you started, and I'm still not yours.
So that's it? You're just walking away from me?
You walked away from me, you backstabbing, cheating loser. I'm not your $1 million bride. I never was.
Okay, well, maybe you're not gonna marry me. That's fine. But can you at least give me some money? Rachel?
Looking back, I have to laugh. Jake came charging back into my life like some tragic hero, armed with nothing but a new phone number and a fantasy built entirely on gossip. He quit his job, burned his last professional bridge, and convinced himself I'd been sitting around just waiting to hand him a fortune. Yes, I inherited money, and I wasn't lying when I told him it wasn't $1 million. It was more. Much more. But he never asked. He assumed, exaggerated, and gambled everything on a number he overheard in passing. My husband and I have plans to use the money on our kids, our retirement, and maybe a bit on rest and relaxation now and then. Meanwhile, Jake is jobless, swimming in debt, and clinging to the dream of early retirement that was never his to begin with. He chased a myth. I built a life. That's the difference.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.